Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining us for today's Facebook Live. I have Kiki Haeusler with me, and many of you will already know her. She's done quite a bit for us already at Online Pet Health, including running the discussion room on research at the Vet Rehab Summit, along with some amazing lectures. So if you haven't had a chance to watch those webinar recordings yet, they are still on the Vet Rehab Summit site. You should definitely watch them. Kiki, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me today again. It's a pleasure.
I'm really excited to chat about where we're going after the research room discussion. There were quite a few things that we chatted about on that day at the Vet Rehab Summit. So I just want to know from you guys before we get going and start chatting, can you hear us? Let us know where you are in the world. Give us a thumbs up, tell us who you are, where you are, and yeah, if there's anything that you want to ask throughout our chat, feel free to ask that in the comments. We'll see it pop up here. And yes, so Kiki, can you please introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about who you are?
So my name is Kiki Haeusler. I'm from Germany. I have my clinic in the southern part of Germany. I'm a CCRP, and I did the course back in 2006 and graduated in 2008. So it's quite a while that I've been in the rehab field. And my background, I did a PhD before starting the CCRP in animal behavior. So I do have a scientific background. Then I jumped into clinic. And now I'm back to doing both, running my clinic and doing research, kind of like parallel to working in the clinic. Yes, I'm trying to do that.
How do you find that balance between work and research? Like, do they fit quite well together, or is it quite a challenge to try and balance them?
It is quite a thing to balance them because doing research, being in clinic, not in the uni area, or just having like a research job is a challenge. But since I'm really passionate about it, I really like doing it. So it's kind of like my hobby, I'd say. Sometimes it's an expensive hobby, so I don't have a horse. I would say I have research as my expensive hobby, but I love doing it. And I think it's mainly really important for us as clinicians to get into talking to researchers, trying to figure out questions that need to be answered in the clinical field. So we get a back and forth. So we don't just do research for research reason, or not just work in the clinical field for, the clinical field. So we need some interaction.
So really integrating research and clinical work. Even if you are just in clinic, you still need to be chatting to researchers. Is that what you're saying? And trying to bring them your questions? Yeah?
Yes. That would be exactly what I feel like.
Perfect. So welcome to everyone who's joined us. In the meantime, Kiki and I are going to chat a little bit about research and where we've gone from our discussion group at the Vet Rehab Summit and what the way forward looks like. If you are listening and you can hear us clearly, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know where you are in the world. And also, if you have a connection to research or if you do both research and clinical practice, let us know. I'd love to hear from you guys. So, Kiki, why is research so important to you? It's your hobby, it's your thing. Why is it so important to you?
I think that all of us clinicians know and see what we're doing and see the results, but I think there are not enough results of our clinical outcome in the scientific world or in the papers, or there are no papers out there or not enough, I should say. So there are quite some papers out there, but we need to approach it from the rehab side a little bit more. We do have a lot of surgery papers, and but I think we need more. Basically more of it to be shown how research in a clinical field works as well. So, yes.
I agree with you. It's so hard. In one of Carrie Adrian's webinars, I think she said she's actually so tired of telling people she doesn't know, like telling her clients she doesn't know if it is going to have the outcome that she's aiming for. She doesn't know how long it's going to take. Like, there's no data that we can base those things on. So when we say to a client, this is the treatment plan and these are the goals, we're basing that on our experience and on our our education, but not on actual research that says when you do XYZ you will achieve that outcome. So it's I agree. Just for us to be science-based in what we're doing, be able to really clinically reason, we need that research. I love that on the equine side, there is so much, not research in our field, but there's so much around equine biomechanics and movement, and that looks at some different injuries. It gives you quite a lot of tools when you start to work out a plan to clinically reason, this gait may have this impact. So even though it's not exactly the question that you're asking or that you're wanting to answer, it at least gives you tools to clinically reason. We don't have that much on the canine side or on the small animal side that helps us to bridge those gaps. So the research discussion room at the Vet Rehab Summit was amazing. What were your highlights of that?
Well, I was really excited to have this discussion room because if I talk to colleagues, I can hear that we have a need for discussion. So we have a need for an international group that could work together. And what a really good thing was is to have the idea to get like multi-center studies on an international base, and to have a database where all of us can feed into and contribute to. I think that is the most exciting part about it. And we had a lot of interested people, and we had a lot of experts in the group as well that offered to contribute to the group as well. So I think there's something really good waiting for us. That was my impression after talking to everybody, and after looking at the results from the questionnaire. So I think it's quite exciting what's to become, or what we'll do.
Yeah, it is very exciting. So you've set up a bit of a working group now from that questionnaire. Can people still sign up for that? Yeah.
Yes, I've got in contact or had emails sent to me, and I asked people in that questionnaire what their ideas would, how to become involved. And so now we have to work out the next week meeting. So we have to try to schedule. I guess we'll all go for January. So the mid of January seems to be a good goal, because now with Christmas coming and all of the maybe lockdown issues we're facing right now, I think we have to sort out that first. And then I have a little bit of a structure, which people I want to try to get to and talk about certain things they might do in this group. So we would have different people doing different things. And then adding more people from the clinical field to get involved and to see how we can set up a database. So I know you got somebody from the statistic field. So yeah, that's really exciting. So I just got back an email. So we have at least part of that side covered, which is really good. And I really think that's helpful. So yeah.
Agreed. I'm very happy that he was keen to join, to contribute to the group, to help out, because in all the lectures as well on research at the Vet Rehab Summit, that was the thing that came up, is like, you need to work with a statistician from day one. Don't do anything until you've actually spoken to one. So I think that having someone on board that we can work with is going to be really, really great. But I also understand why people don't, because there really is quite a big language understanding gap. When I speak, it's my cousin that's helping us. He's the nerd of the family, really, really, because he's a statistician. And having a conversation with him is a little bit complicated because I don't know what he's saying half the time. Yeah.
Yes. So we're talking different languages, but they know really what we need before we start, because you can put in a lot of work and afterwards it won't get you anywhere.
Yeah. So that's fantastic. What are the objectives of your working group going to be? What do you guys hope to achieve?
So I think one thing would be the mentorship as well. As we had some experts on the discussion group, and they also answered the questionnaire. So they are quite willing to help out with their expertise. So I think setting up some sort of mentorship and a group where you can interact, or even go one-on-one and have chats with the mentors is really important. The other thing would be the collaboration in between us as colleagues. So I think there are a lot of good ideas out there, and probably things we don't know about, which people use in their clinics, would be really valuable for us as working as a group and doing research together. And then there is the database, which we want to set up. So that is a huge thing. So that's something we have to chat about and get going and discuss different platforms which we can use to share the data and be secure on that side. Mm-hmm. And what I really...
I've lost audio there.
So I have... I'm sorry, there was a call.
That's okay.
So I have to promote something from the IRVRPT. So that would be the former journal club, and now it's Coffee and Cases. So that would be something to have a discussion about certain...
Sorry there. Hi, Michelle Lauder from Australia. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. And so that would be something that we really, really need, so we can get into discussions. I think it's every 2 months. So we'll have those meetings as well, and can discuss some of the cases we have out there, and maybe set up something from that thing. So
fantastic.
Yes, and I think that would be the main objectives, I would say.
Coffee and Cases. I like it. Okay, is that what you called it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's what we call it now. And I can actually say we're going to have one on the 8th of January. And
Fantastic.
it will be some of my cases, or one of my cases. So I think that would be really a good thing. And then to critically discuss things about it.
Yeah. How can people join that? So
you need to be a member of the IARVRPT.
IARVRPT.
Yes. So our international, group. So,
yes.
And then you can take part of it. So if you're a member, then you will get an email sent.
Okay, perfect. And people can't join from outside the membership,
I
like
think we
as
need
a
to
kind of
discuss
pay-as-you-go
that. We
option.
would, yeah, if somebody wants to contribute and is in the discussion group and would be on the list, I would hand over those email addresses and see if we
Okay.
can get those people involved into this format.
Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. So for the research group, can people still sign up for that, and how do they sign up for that?
Well, they can still get the link for the questionnaire. So
Mm-hmm.
then they can sign up. So you can put in your email. So, and then I would just add it to the list. I have already set up the list. And yeah, anybody who is interested, please join us and just take part in the questionnaire. And I have to apologize. We have some multiple choice and some not. So if it's not multiple choice, please just put in other options and tell me what you think about it, and I will respond to that. So I had a little hassle with that Google form.
Yeah, sometimes they're not quite as simple as we want them to be. So if you guys want to sign
Yes.
up, then send us your email address and we will send that form to you. Alternatively, it is on the Vet Rehab Summit website, still under the discussions tab. So you can log into your Vet Rehab Summit and you can sign up in the working group for the discussion, for the research working group through the Vet Rehab Summit website. But if you don't have a ticket, if you don't have access to the website, you can still sign up. Please just pop us a message, a comment here with your email address, and we'll get that to you, or a private message with your email address, whichever way you'd like to do it. We will send that link through to you guys, okay, so that everyone can participate. Yes. Douglas, you can
Yes.
just send me your email address and I'll send that link through to you via email, okay? All right, Kiki, so we have some really awesome things to expect from you guys over the next couple of years, right? Research is a long-term project. I love the mentorship aspect. So essentially you're going to be helping people to start their own research projects, as well as partaking in maybe some global ones, right?
Yes. So we will have like an expert group, and within this expert group, I will ask people which of them would like to be a mentor, and then we will try to connect people to get together. So you might have a clinical question or anything that would pop up in your clinic, and you think, well, I see a lot of those cases. Now I have to get a bit more structured to set up a study design, or maybe do like a case study of those, and then we will get you connected to the person that would help you with that.
I love that. Thank you so much. All right, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. Now is the time. I'm really, really looking forward to this. Research is also one of my favorite things. I love doing our monthly research refreshers for our online pet health members.
Yes.
They're one of my big highlights. But it's a lot of work to go through research. It's a lot of work to create research studies and to get it from zero to published. So I'm glad that you guys are facilitating, making this easier, at least taking some of that overwhelm away through a program that can help people have a structure, have a plan, ask their questions. Yes. Hi, Sabine. It's so good to see you from Bavaria. Thanks for joining us. So Kiki, thank you so much. Guys, go and watch those webinars on the Vet Rehab Summit website. You have access to them for the next 6 months. So you have plenty of time to go and watch them. Join the research group. The more of us get involved, the more of us put our brains together, the better it is for our industry. At the end of the day, let's grow our industry, let's grow our profession. Science-based practice, guys. That's the only way we're going to win, our whole unity problem, like all the problems we have in terms of interprofessional work and registration, and the more we can prove what we do works and is good and that we are making a difference, the closer we are to winning all those other battles. All right, Kiki, thank you so much for joining
Those are
me.
true words. Thank you. Yes,
All right.
it was a pleasure. Thanks for having me. And I'm so excited. Yes, people just sign up.
Sign up, guys. There's still lots of space on the working group. How many people are on the working group, Kiki?
So we
Do you want
have
to tell us?
24 right now. So I think that's quite a decent group. And
Yeah.
it's a very diverse group. So that's great. But we're still open for interested people. So
Fantastic. Guys, let us know and we'll send you that form and you can sign up. Okay. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
you too. Thank you. Bye.